Today we are going to design something inspired by liquid movement. Welcome to day 4, and today we are going to learn fluid landscape. Previously I designed something inspired by liquid movement, and today we are going to use those curves to design our own fluid landscape. Something similar to these kind of curves and kind of movements. And this is what we want to achieve today, those kind of curves. So let's start. Right now I want to create some kind of central garden in here, so I will just isolate the surface and go to here and simply set one surface. And I want to create a Voronoi, but the Voronoi I want to make points for the Voronoi. So I will set multiple points and just select 5 random points or 6 or whatever, but for now I will select those points and I will add those points in here, and then I will add this as the boundary, which is exactly what I'm looking for. And then when I click on the points, I can simply move them around to change the direction or the orientation of the paths that I want to create, which is kind of interesting. And when you look at this, if you go to show, you can direct your paths toward any corner or any way you want. So this is really important. Okay, I think for now this is good, and let's move on. I want to get those curves, I want to explode them, and I want to select only the curves in the middle. I'm not interested in the outer curves, so I'm going to get the edge B-rep in here. I want this, and I'm going to join those and use them as a pulling point. So I'm going to pull those points in here. Before we do that, we need a mid curve, and we will use those as a pulling point. And then I will measure based on the distances and see if they are in the same if they are 0, so that means that I don't need them. So I'm going to cull pattern, and I'm going to say equal with tolerance just to be safe, and then I will say 0, and that's it. So right now it's selecting all of these, but I need the other ones, so I'll select those. This is great. After that, I'm going to join those curves. So right now I have this. Let's review of all of that. And after that, I want to create fluid curves. So I'm going to get the control points, and I'm going to create a NURBS curve. So these are the curves that I'm interested in, but right now the degree is 3, so I'm going to make it 2. So they will be like less aggressive, and also this will not be bothered. And these are the curves that I'm interested to create the path around. So I'm going to offset those, and I want to offset them in the negative, and the negative will be 2.5, you know, something. So when I hide this, I will have like a 5-meter path at least at the minimum. And I think in this case it will need a little bit to be extended, so I'm going to extend, and the extension will be 2.5 or any big number, just to make sure that it's getting outside. That's great. I will go back to here a little bit, and I want this to have a surface, so I'm going to split surface, and I'm going to split this with all of these curves. But right now they are too many, so I'm going to flatten this, which is good. And yes, right now we have all of these. So if I changed the point location or anything, I want to select all of these bubbles without selecting this. So right now I'm going to eliminate the path. So right now the common sense of this is that it's all of them are around probably 2 or 3 curves, probably 4, but the middle one, the main path, is too many curves. So I'm going to sort all of them based on the curve. By the way, let's make just copy. Let's make those. Let's make a small offset toward the inside, just so we are not uh, like just probably 1 or something. Okay, and then right now I should have all of these 6 elements, so I'm going to um, get the discontinuity, and I'm going to graft this and shatter, and once I shatter I will get, for example, I will get all of these curves. So I'm going to the list length, and I'm going to sort all of those, and I'm going to flatten this, and I'm going to flatten this also and sort based on this. So right now if I go to the list item, I will select the least amount of curves, which is this one, which is only 2 curves. But right now if I reverse, I will select this, which is good. I don't need this specifically, so I'm going to cull index, and I want to do the reverse of this. So I'm going to not this, yes, I want to do the reverse, but the number in here is going to be 0. So I'm going to eliminate this one and keep it, probably I will use it later, and then this one. So this is good. Let's hide all of this so everything is not confusing, and probably hide this so we can see better. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is to divide this, divide curve, and let's explode it first, and after that I want to divide it, and I want to divide it based on its own length. So it will be like this, kind of, and I want to create some kind of chamfer, because these corners will create a hassle when we start working on this. So I want to create I want to remove some of the points in the corners. So what I want to do right now is to simply cull index, and I'm going to create a series. And in this series I'm going to say, let's say I want to remove 20 points, but I want to remove them from the beginning and the end. So in here I'm going to say negative x divided by 2, and this will make this start from like negative 10 and go all the way to 0 and then exceed to 9. So it's going to be something like that. So when you select this, you can see that we are moving like that. But again, I want this to be even number, so it will not create any kind of hassle. So when you select this, you can see that we are doing a great job in this, which is exactly what I'm looking for. And then after that I want to trim the tree. Before I trim the tree, I want to create a polyline, and if I do this, then I'm selecting basically just those, but I need this to be able to select all of them and create the chamfer that I'm talking about, and then close it. So that's good. And then I want to divide this new curve based on its own length again. But before we do that, we need to scale. So let's scale this from its own center. Multiple times, so I want a range, and if I scale directly, this will result that this will be from 0 to 1, and I don't need that. First of all, 0 doesn't count, so I want this to be 0.3, and I want this to be 0.959, okay, and then this will be in here. So right now I'm dividing all of these based on their own lengths, and let's hide all of this and let's see what we are dealing with. So this is exactly what I want. Okay, perfect. And right now I want to turn these into polyline, and right now these curves are really important. So these are the first curves that I will use in Kangaroo, and the second curves are going to be these ones, which are before that. Actually, it's going to be these ones, which is this, just those curves. Actually, let's use the surface itself because we want the surface. And these inputs are going to help me inside Kangaroo. So right now I think these are it. Right now let's divide. Just I will add just in here a division or multiplication, sorry, and let's check the amount of points in here. So these numbers might be, if we look at this, this number might be a little bit low, so maybe we can multiply them by 2, so we can have more divisions, but do not add very high number. So for now, maybe 2 or 3, just it will not be like too many. Let's try 3. Yes, kind of. 3 is like very huge amount already. So for now, let's keep it like that. And let's continue. I think for now let's go back to the solver and go back from there. So if I go to the Kangaroo, I'm going to the solver, and for now I will just preview off or disable for now, just because I don't want to ruin anything, and entwine as usual, and create a show. And in this case I want to show my curves, so I'm going to here and select those curves and show them. Okay, and in this case let's flatten just to make sure that everything is good, and flatten again and add all my goals in here. So I need 4 goals. The first one is the on mesh, and the on mesh is basically all of these are going to be turned into meshes, so I will simply just add a mesh like this and then add this mesh to here. And right now the data tree matters, so right now these are 5 branches, and I want to get the points. And the points, if I go to these and explode them, explode those, the points are going to be like the data tree is not matching. So the first thing I want to do is to simplify this and remove any duplicate points, and then I want to trim the tree and just simplify. So I should have something like this, which is exactly what I'm looking for. The second thing I want to do is to add a length. The strength, by the way, let's add all of the strengths are 10,000 at least. So for now, any strength I will add it. It should be like a very huge number. After that, I want to add the length, which will control how stretched all these segments will be. And I will add this to here, and add it to this, and add it to here. Okay, this is good, and this is good. Let's move this down here. Okay, so things will not be confusing. And the length is going to be based on this length, and I'm going to take the average length for all of them. And I want to multiply it by a factor, so for now I will say 1.05, just a factor somewhere here, and again I want this to have a very high strength. And the third goal, let's connect this and connect this. The third goal, I want to have a angle which will control the angle between those. This will be the first curve, and the second curve will be the shift of those. So like this, and the rest angle is going to be just 0. And this again. And the fourth one is going to be the sphere collider. So I'm going to sphere collider, this one. And I want the points, which are these. And I want the radius, which are going to be this length in here, this average length, but I want it to be multiplied by a factor. So for now, I'm going to say x multiplied by 0 0.5, 0.7 maybe for now. And this I'm going to make 100,000, something very, very strong, very, very strong, and add this to here. And let me check if everything is okay. Let's hide all of this. Let's hide all of this. I think right now if I add this to here and then add a button to the reset and add a toggle button, and then let's see, let's make it false for now and then just enable this for a second. Okay, and I want only to see the curves, so I'm not interested in all of these. And let's see what we have done. Okay, they are moving, but they are moving very, very slow, and they are taking too much time. I think they need more fluidity, more movement, because right now they are not behaving very well. So let's try again. Let's pause for a second. And let's reset. This part of the tutorial is going to be a little bit experimental. So I will just try multiple numbers and try to see how we can achieve the best results based on all of these variables. Okay, for now, let's try to make this 2 only. And I think everything else might be okay. So let's try again. Yes, I like the movement in here. I think this movement is going to be very interesting. So for now, I will speed up this process and just show you the final curves because it will take a little bit of time, probably 2, 3, 4 minutes, depends on um, how interesting the curves are getting. So right now, for example, I don't like this, so I will wait a little bit more until it's fully probably flat or making more interesting fluid movement. This looks a little bit too weird, so I will wait a little bit until it kind of fix itself, and I will wait a little bit more until I get a very interesting result, and maybe I will try to play one more time with this in here and see if I can make this number. If I just move it, I will try to move it to 1.5 and see if it will make more sense. But for now, there's nothing else about this part, so I will speed up this part and then show you the final result. Okay, I think I am happy with these curves right now. They are like not super smooth, but not super intense. So for now, for the tutorial, I'm happy with these, and I will continue working on them. So right now there are some data that I don't need, so I will just simply eliminate those. So I will just explode the tree and just get the curves only, which are on the first branch. But they are 55, and right now, if I go back to here on the range that I scaled with, I will just extract this parameter and I will use it. If I change this number, I will change how many curves in here. So I will use this number as a partition list. So if I go to partition list in here, and right now they are 55, but if I used this number right here, this number is 10. I need to increase it because right now these are 10, but they turn into 11 elements, so I need to increase this by 1. So I will simply say x plus 1, and right now if I go to tree branch, I will simply select a full branch of these, which is exactly what I'm looking for. And that's great. Let's lower this away from all of the script like that. Perfect. And after that, right now I have these, and I want to control them in a better way. So when you look at these, you might see some imperfections in some areas. So the first thing I want to do is to reduce all of these curves, and right now they are reduced a lot, so I'm going to say 0.5. This is 1, so I'm going to say less numbers, something like this. And then uh, these are polylines, so I will get the control points from all of them, control points, and I will remove any duplicate points, and then use NURBS curve on them. And when you look at this, let's close this. These are much smoother and also much better. You can just increase or decrease those depending on how much details you want in them. But I think for now, you know, 0.2 probably is good. Something like that is really good. Okay. After that, I want to select multiple curves of them. I don't want to use all of these curves. So the first thing I want to do is to sort, because if I took list item, are they sorted? Let's first of all let's trim the tree. And if I took list item, I think they are sorted. Yes, that's great. And since they are sorted, I can simply just extract all of them, the 11 ones, and then merge and simply select whatever makes sense to me. So for example, I don't want the first one, maybe the second one I will ignore. Let's turn off this and then select maybe reverse, so we can select from the outside, and I will just select the first one in the outside, and then the second one maybe, actually let's make it the third one so we can have enough space, and then the fourth, and then the sixth probably, and then the 8th, and I'm not interested in the 10th. I think for now this is good for this. And then I will simply, since I have 5, I can simply just make a boundary surface, but I want to shift. So if I'm shifting between, if I want to merge those, and I said graft, and I added this and inverted it, and I said graft again and simplify. Let's simplify everything so everything is not bad, and let's see what you have done. So right now we have achieved supposedly what I want to do, and let's see what you have done. So if I said list item, first of all, let's trim them back, trim the tree, and simplify, of course. And then I will simply select the first item, the second item, the third, fourth, and fifth. Yes. And after that comes the interesting part, which is coloring all of this. So you can simply custom preview, and I will speed up this part. Okay, after that, just bake them all. I think for now we can turn this off and then select what we have done in here, all of them. We can just select all of them like this and Control G, and probably just give them a little bit of extrude. So I'm going to say 0.1 just as a reference, because when I want to show the surface beneath, I don't want it to be confused. So right now this is really getting interesting. We can transform all of this into multiple things and add all certain details. Right now I'll just add a quick material for this. So I will just create any custom material, assign it to this, probably something grayish a little bit. Okay, and one more thing, I want to create some kind of bath between all of these. So I will go back a little bit to these, somewhere here, I think, and I want to get to the original curves, which were not these, the ones before, which are these, and I want somehow to make, let's say, loft between, and let's merge between those, and of course graft and simplify, and again those, and graft and simplify, and let's see what we have done. I think these are good. For now I will just hide this so you can see. So these are good, and I will try to make ISO curves, and I already have a custom component for that, so I will explain it in a later video in detail, because there is a video about paneling that I'm preparing right now, and um, uh, I will share it in that video. but this is what is it's about, and you can just take a quick look on it, but I will explain it in detail. And right now I want one of the curves. So for now I want, for example, these curves, and I will say 10 probably, and let's see what you have done. So right now these curves are not what I want. I want, first of all, I need this to be rebuilt. So I'm going to rebuild this to something crazier. Actually, let's see. Let's not rebuild those. Let's rebuild before. So for now, this is none and normal. And let's rebuild before we do that. So let's rebuild those like this. And I want these to be, the number in here will be 2. The degrees, yes, this is exactly what I'm looking for. I want for something already like fluid, but it's not like crazy fluid. So this is what I'm looking for. And I love the intersection between them. I know that it's not perfect, but sometimes, things like this happen in design, and it makes sense, to be honest. So for now, I will keep it, and then I will just simply go to here and dash it. So there is a dash pattern. Let me check. This is in here, in this area right here, and then I will add it to those curves, and then I will say 1.5. When you look at this, you kind of created some kind of dash pattern, which is what I want. I think this is too much. Maybe we will reduce it, so you'll have something like this, probably something like that. This is good. And then maybe bybit. There is a mesh pipe, and the radius is going to be 0.05, something very, very small. I just want to visualize those lines. It's not very big, interesting thing. And just like that, I will just bake them and simply show. Right now in this view, I will hide the mesh wires because I don't want to see the mesh wires, but maybe I will give those some kind of material. So for now, I will give them animation or something. Assign this to object. And one more thing before we finish. So right now you can add some kind of seats between those kind of corners. So for example, if I want to go to beyond this and add seats around these kind of water features, I will simply go to this one, which is number 3 in here, and I will make an offset for this surface. So for example, I will get, let's create the normal offset, this one, and I will get this, let's get the edge perip, and right now I should have 2 if I got all of them in here, and right now all of them are offsetting to 1. So I will go to these distances and I will add -1 probably, and probably reverse those. So right now they are intersecting with each other. I want 2, not 3. Okay, so I'm working with these, and then I will simply trim this because right now it's separate, and I will do something like this, and then I will say list item. One of them, this is the interior and this is the exterior. I will select the exterior one and I will say difference region difference, and I will differentiate this from this. So I will end up with something like that. And these areas are going to be interesting because you can just create seatings or some kind of zoning between those. So for now, we can simply make a fillet. Before we do that, let's go to discontinuity so we can rebuild all of these curves. And right now we have those, and we have the connection. And right now I will just simply shatter those ones like this, and just in here make sure they are grafted. Perfect. And then rebuild all these segments so they are not like have too many weird points. And then if we go to here and join back, join those, but I want to fillet, and I want to fillet those to be, let's say, 0.5, just something like this, kind of. I think this is kind of interesting. Let's see what you have done. And right now let's just say boundary surface and extrude, and extrude them in the Z, and extrude them by 0.5 probably, something like this. And right now you have some kind of settings. I think you can eliminate some of them. So for example, you can create a script for that, or you can just eliminate them manually. So for example, if I go like this and isolate, I can just simply remove whatever I don't need. So I will ungroup those and probably just eliminate some of these weird ones. Maybe all of these unfilleted ones. Maybe this is too small. I'll delete it. These ones, just something very fast like this. And for now, I will keep the rest and just Control G and show. And right now you have something like this, which is a very interesting initial design for seatings for something fluid like this. And you can just create a quick material for it, custom, just give it a something tannish kind of, and assign it to these objects, so you might end up with something very interesting like this. And by the way, you can do the same approach in the greenery, but instead of adding these, you can add a center point, and add trees, or add probably shrubs or something. You can take the design to wherever you want to take it, but for now this is the final result. And let's see the full curves. These are the entire curves of the design. I think we can do a little bit better than this, but for the tutorial I think this is really great. If you have done this, please tag me on social media or on Instagram or something, because I'm interested to see your own approach for such a design, and also for the previous designs such as the Muqarnas and the coral reefs and the dynamic hexagons. And also there will be more to be explained in the next episodes. So feel free to join my Patreon to support this mission, and also to get access to all of these files. And thank you so much, and see you in the next episode.